Hey everyone, we're going to have a lot of reading going on today. We're checking out this reserve protocol. Stable currency is a human right. Let's check out what this is about. Imagine a stable, universal currency. Let's call it our dollar sign. Our dollar sign is a stable in the sense that you hold the savings in RS. You never have to worry about the prices of goods and services rising over time, the value of your money being inflated away no matter where you live. RS is universal in the sense, I'm just going to call it our dollar sign because that looks more like a dollar sign. In the sense that whenever you want to buy something, your R dollar sign will automatically convert into your local currency to be spent. That's what we're creating. So far, we've achieved something close to this in Venezuela. We've created a digital currency, the reserve dollar, RSV, that maintains a one-to-one parity with the US dollar, highly stable reserve to the Venezuelan Bolivar. Not my first language. And the mobile app that makes it easy to store money in RSV, get paid in RSV, and pay for things in RSV. Either the thousands of merchants that now accept RSV, or by converting RSV into bolivars within seconds. Essentially, we extend the stability of the US dollar to those who faced hyperinflation in Venezuela in recent years. And we're expanding to other countries in Latin America where inflation continues to be a pressing issue. Concurrently, we are working towards releasing a smart contract protocol that will enable the creation and decentralization governance of more currencies like RSV. These currencies are called R tokens. Will have values that will be pegged to diversified baskets of assets instead of USD or any fiat currency, making them unaffectable by the USD inflation or any centralized monetary policy. Once the protocols are released, we as a company will cease to have control over RTs, but we as a team in different modes in coordination will go on to participate in the decentralized governance of R tokens, applying R tokens to the real world problems, and foster an ecosystem of the team that wants to build in a aligned direction. Looking far ahead, the applications of RTs are vast, from extending financial services to people who are discriminated against by the existing system, to having an alternate international reserve currency that isn't controlled by any single nation. I enjoy that. I'm going to mute this for this. I'm going to speed it up quite a bit, see if it has anything. Well, I don't know what it's set to Chinese, but apparently is. Well, nicely done, but can't give you any information from that right now. Investors. Reserved is backed by both angel investors and crypto ventures funds. Sam Altman, Coinbase, Peter Thiel. Our team, Neven Freeman, Matt Elder, and Gabriel Zemenzes. Our team has around 200 people organized into 2 tribes, 14 guilds, and tens of squads. You can see our full org chart below. So they sure do have a lot, don't they? recruiting, reserve, project strategy, RSV community, finance administration, engineering candidate assessment, R token protocol, website, R token deployment, financial audit, MTLs. They most definitely have a lot going on here. Makes me more interested in how it is. But let's return to information about the token because that's what we came for, right? All right. The long-term goal is a stable, decentralized, and inflation-resistant world reserve currency not pegged to any one fiat currency. Permissionless competition creates the best stable currency. Anyone can create an R token. Reserve dollar, a crypto alternative to the US, 100% backed by multiple USD. So you can read the original white paper and the overview of 2018. You can read 2021 protocol. RSV can be minted and redeemed at this portal or by interacting directly with the contract. There are not many listings of RSV on exchanges, nor are there many on-chain transactions. This is because most of the active users hold it and transfer it in the Reserve app, which is a custodial wallet that allows transmitting off-chain. The app hosts 15,000 off-chain RSV transactions totaling about 1.5 USD in volume per day. The intent is to eventually transition to a user custody model where the users hold their own keys and transact on a layer 2 network, since layer 1 gas fees on Ethereum are too inconvenient. For now, the app's centralized database is our stand-in for a layer 2. It's source code. So they must definitely got tons of information here. All right, let's see if we can. Let's go. Okay, so the Reserve Protocol allows anyone to create stablecoins backed by baskets of ERC20 tokens on Ethereum. Reserve stablecoins are called RTs. Trying to think if I read some of this already. RT will tend to trade at market value, and the entire basket backs it, as any lower or higher price could be averaged. Our tokens can be insured, which means that if any of their collateral tokens default, there's a pool of value available to make up for the loss. Our tokens insurance is provided by reserve right holders who may choose to stake their RSR on any R token. State RSR can be seized in the case of a default in the process that is entirely mechanistic, based on the on-chain and feed price feeds, and does not depend on any governance votes or human choices. Our tokens can generate revenue, and revenue is the incentive for RSR holders to stake. Reserve can come from from transaction fees. Reserve shares with collateral tokens ensures or yield from lender collateral tokens on chain. Governors can direct any portion of the revenue to RSR stakers to incentivize RSR holders to stake and provide insurance. If an RR token generates no revenue or if none of it is directed to RSR stakers, it probably won't have any RSR staked on it, and thus won't be insured in the case of a collateral token default. Each RR token governed separately, and each can have an entirely different governance system. The initial R tokens of the core team is deploying will have relatively simple governance systems, which will probably evolve over time. This evolution is up to those who hold the power in the initial governance systems. Governance defines not just one basket of back-to-back R token, but a series of baskets arranged in a tree-like structure. So there's a current basket and a series of backups that are selected algorithmically in the case of a default. A collateral token is considered to have defaulted on if it's gone down to the value more than a defined amount for a long enough time relative to any of its available backup tokens further down the tree-like structure. For the kinds of R tokens the core team is imagining, default will be extremely rare, black swan situations, not something that occurs regularly, but still, it could happen. And the purpose of the insurance mechanism. Governors can update the basket configuration regularly. When the current basket is updated, or in the case of default, the protocol makes on-chain trades to reach the new basket composition. This trading is modularized so that it can happen in different ways over time as the on-chain liquidity evolves. Accessing existing AMMs and running batch auctions are the main anticipated method for on-chain trade in the near term. The first is R token's initial is pure USD coin backed by USD fiat coins. Much like the current RSV, this will be essentially the same as RSV today. It will be stable against the USD, will not generate revenue, will not be insured, will continue to be governed by the core team, multi-sig, and time lock like RSV is today. The second is a yield-bearing USD coin backed by DeFi USD tokens such as USDC, AUSDC, CDI, ADII, CUSDT, AUSDT, and APUSD. Because these tokens generate yield, the R token naturally appreciates in USD terms so long as the underlying protocols and stablecoin insurers work like they're supposed to. A portion of the yield for the R tokens can be offered to RSR stakers by the way of reducing the basket that the R token is redeemable for and minting R tokens to distribute to stakers. This means the underlying collateral yield is a split between R token holders and RSR stakers. In exchange, the state RSR provided insurance. The second R token will be governed by its RSR stakers through compound-like token voting, where one state RSR is equal to one vote. I got a video, and I don't know if it has sound.
Okay, so this is...
Yep. This is a video that talks about the vision and different things. I recommend you go to the website and check it out yourself. It's not financial advice, and seeing as that you guys listened to me this long, I appreciate if you go ahead and like and subscribe. It means everything to me. I really like to grow this community and see each of you daily if possible. All right, I'm going to try to speed read now. Governance. Who deploys an R token determines how it is governed. The governed body could be a DAO, a multi-sig, or even a single Ethereum address. The governing body can replace itself with another governing body if it chooses to do so. Thus, some R tokens could be governed centrally, and others could be governed through an arbitrational, decentralized, and complex system of rules, including time locks and any other mechanism that can be programmed into a smart contract by setting the governing body to an address nobody controls. They can also be static and ungoverned. Governors set the basket and the backs and R token, as well as the backed up baskets that the protocol will automatically select from the case of a default. 2. It can update the set of baskets anytime per its own internal rules. Governance can be set several further parameters, including the delay on unstaking state RSR, the portion of the revenue that goes to RSR stakers and other recipients, including R tokens treasury, the threshold and price deviation needed for the collateral to be considered in default, the amount of time a deviation needs to exist to declare a default, RSR staking reward period, minting quantity, insurance redemption speed can be set of 0, global minting limit per block necessary to prevent a class attacks, match R tokens supply, further reducing the risk of the users in the early days. Alright, let's skip around now. Revenue, lending collateral tokens, revenue share with collateral token issuers, transaction fees. Fees could be charged on each transfer of R tokens. Such fees are not fixed amount or a single percentage. Any computationary efficient function can be specified. Revenue allocation. R tokens can be allocated at any portion and set any address. The two main places governors will likely allocate revenue is RSR stakers, the treasury of R token. So at very least, you should be pretty excited about the amount of work that people put in this. So this isn't just a throwaway project. They've gone into great detail. And I most definitely recommend that you guys do the reading and find out what you like and don't. Do your own due diligence. Currently circulating supply, that would be 18,303,269,145 RSR. Updated 6/19/2022. 2 days ago. Alright. So, slow wallet takes up half. Circulating is 18.3. Investing partners is 15.5. Team and advisors is 16.8. All right. So, Let's go on to other things real quick. This is their Twitter. Reserves fully. $18,000 merchants in Latin America, and the Reserve app has a monthly volume of 100 million. These are all consumer transactions, not speculation. So they've had June 19th, they had an hour protocol engineer. So they're keeping you informed on all different steps of the project. So, pretty exciting stuff. Coin market cap, it says reserve rights have migrated to a new contract. Of course, the new contract. It says Met's total supply is 100 billion. Holders up to 4,129. Decimals 18. Price 1 cent. Just under a cent. Huh. Alright, so token sniffer. Gives a 60 out of 100. It does not have a buy fee. It does not have a sell fee. Token is sellable, not a honeypot at this time. Verified contract address. Ownership renounced. The source did not contain owner contract. Creator not authorized for special permissions. Creator wallet contains less than 5% of circulating token supply. All holders possess less than 5% of the circulating supply token. Adequate current liquidity, 21 ETH. Adequate initial liquidity, 7 ETH. At least 95% of the liquidity burned or locked. That is not the case. It has less than a percent, or 0.0%. Not enough liquidity is locked or burned, which could allow significant to be removed. Rug pull. Note this test only checks well-known lockers and not accurately represent locked liquidity from custom locking or vesting contracts. Creator wallet contains less than 5% liquidity. Alright guys. So, like I said, this isn't financial advice. I'm just checking out this token. This token is more complex than your average token. There's a lot of reading to be involved. There's a lot of different things that you might want to take into account when you buy this. Pay, exchange, send, or receive dollars across the portal. You know, most definitely want to do your research on this, but I think it's going to be possibly a big hitter, like a big project, if not already. I'm pretty impressed with it. I'll look into buying some. I don't know if I will though. But it is pretty incredible. My biggest thing that kind of slows me from buying is that it is on Ethereum. And I'm not a huge fan of Ethereum gas fees. But yeah. It's CryptoDream. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you next time.